Hey guys, Eternal here, and I'm here to do a review on Monster Musume. And I know it's been a long time since I posted, but I'm back and I'm going to try to continue posting more videos. So here we go. Um, I remember when I first discovered it on Kiss Anime, and my curiosity was piqued, and I was like, I said, this looks different. And when I realized it was a harem, I'm like, oh, I wonder how this is going to work. So I decided to give it a try, and I watched the first episode, and I'm like, oh, it's not bad, you know. And then before I knew it, I continued watching after episode after episode after episode, and I really enjoyed it. I really did, much more than I thought I would enjoy it. And I guess I'll go over the characters. The first one would be Mia. At first, I didn't really like her too much. She seemed like the really clingy one, and whenever Kurusu's attention would be on the other girls, she would instantly, she would instantly be angry and jealous, and she would, hog him all to herself. While the other girls, they hardly get his attention. But I guess that's how she is in her species. Which I learned later down in the manga, no spoilers, that why she's so clingy and why she's the way she is. But overall, she has a good character. Next would be Poppy. At first, I didn't know what to make of her, honestly, but I did like her character. It she it took a while for her to grow on me, but eventually she did, and her assets, well, is her ass. But besides that one, she's a bird, so she forgets everything, which is hilarious. and no spoilers later down the road. It's pretty funny how the events turn out. Next would be Syria, the chivalrous knight. One of my favorites, actually, because I'm a sucker for knight. Ever since I played For Honor, I was instantly hooked on the knight. Instantly. And she stood out because I realized that she has Shakespearean language, sort of like Skumi from Sekirei. And I was really caught on, and I really enjoyed her character. And what made her stood out to me was that even though she has feelings for our main male character, it's hard for her to express those feelings because her chivalrous and knightly duties, outweigh her feelings. They're put in the front, and her feelings are put in the background. So it's kind of hard for her to juggle those feelings and on top of her knightly duties. So it really shows her character and what she's trying to do. And even as simple as holding his hand, she will be completely overwhelmed by that. And so it's really interesting seeing interaction between her and Kurusu. It really is. And I know that when season 2 comes out, she's going to be developed more heavily. Next is Rhaenyra, my favorite. Well, it's kind of a tie between her and Suri because, as I said, I'm a sucker for a knight. But I also love Rhaenyra's design, and I love her attitude. I love her personality. She kind of reminds me of Widowmaker from Overwatch, and so I'm kind of like at a crossroads. But I would say if I had to put them in a category, I'd probably say Rhaenyra is my first, and Sierra is my third. Second. But I overall like her character. She's very kinky and mischievous. And, and what made her character truly stand out to me was in episode 7 when she was talking to Kurusu about how humans are evil and how, she was going to be put with a host family, but they didn't like her because she was a spider. So they discarded her, sold her off to some random guy. And she had a pretty messed up past, and it's really bad. But, thanks to Kurusu, he was able to kind of sway her in a way. Sway her. And I remember watching it, Anime Central, when he was watching the episode, and it was so funny that that she was like, yeah, my top half is that shit, but my lower half, no, it dies. And then Kurusu's like, well, your legs are very alluring. And it was just pretty funny. But overall, I truly love her character, and I hope she gets. Hope we see her more in season 2 when that comes out. Um, Next we have Sue. It took her a while to grow on me, but I did appreciate it, and I valued her, and I hope that we see more of her too. And I feel like even though she's the innocent one of the group, I feel like as the series progresses on, she's gonna actually develop and mature a bit more, and then that way she'll be even more a contestant for Caduceus' feelings and his wife choice. I really think that's gonna happen. Um, Next is Miro. She was interesting when she first came in. She was very high spoken, very intelligent from the first we saw of her. Considering she's the queen of the ocean, but I thought it was a little bit weird, but sort of interesting that she did not want to be Caduceus' wife or girlfriend. She actually wanted to be the mistress and have a horrible love type of triangle. And I was like, well, I mean that's different, but I really did like that aspect. And later on, when I read the manga, no spoilers, that all came in full fruition. Next, Lala. Not much to say about her. I mean, we don't really know much about her. She's just preaches death all the time. So it's kind of funny. It has its funny moments, but I'm pretty sure we'll get more of her, more development from her in season 2. I'd probably go to the Miss Smith. I think she kind of has a thing for Kurusu. She teases him a lot, but I think she may like him in a sort of weird way. But I guess we'll see more of that in season 2 if it's possible. For the other ones, her squad. Out of all the 3, I really did like Zombina. She really stood out amongst the group. And she's a zombie, but it was really funny how she when Kadusu stitched her arm back on, she tested him by ripping her breast off. It was pretty hilarious. But I really do like her character, and I hope we see more of her in season 2 as well. She really stood out. The others, they have their ways. I did like the one-eyed Cyclops. She's really good with a gun, obviously, but she seemed really nice, and she seemed like the perceptive one of the group. Like, she can tell if people don't really like her because when she makes eye contact with them, they automatically look away. So I thought that was a unique trait about her, and maybe that will be developed more as the series continue. But overall, I really enjoyed this anime. I really did. I never expected to enjoy it as much as I have, and so I would give it a rating about 8 out of 10. And I hope that we get a season 2, and I hope that we get to see more creatures. But this has been the Eternal Virtues. Have a nice day, guys.